At the Mercy of Faith, Scene 2. Interior Dance Club, night. Marvin re-enters the club and sits at the bar. His odor causes the annoyed couple beside him to move. With a distressed face and tensed posture, Marvin sits rubbing his hand up and down his stinging chest and stomach. 3 men sitting at the corner of the bar intensely monitors Marvin. A professionally dressed man, wearing a beige tailor-made suit and silky brown tie, sits there. He's flanked by 2 burly, clean-shaven bald men, bodyguards, wearing black suits and purple ties. Their eyes are trained on Marvin's troubled presence. The bartender, with a contemptuous frown, addresses Marvin.
You ordering a drink?
Later.
From behind, a man taps Marvin on the shoulder.
Excuse me, brother. Are you Marvin Taylor?
Marvin spins around on his stool, facing the man.
Why you want to know?
It is the man that was sitting in the middle of the other 2. He has a familiar boxer's nose, wavy hair, and tall, muscular physique. Recognizing his old friend Sylvestus, Marvin is joyfully surprised.
Sylvestus Smith. The one and only.
Marvin springs up from his stool.
I was just sitting here thinking about you, Sylvestus. How you doing, man?
Marvin attempts to give Sylvestus a hug, but smelling Marvin's foulness, Sylvestus does not embrace. He shakes Marvin's hand and pats him on the shoulders.
Everything is good in my life, Marvin. Are you out of the Marines now?
Sylvestus and Marvin sit down at the bar.
Fuck yeah, I'm out of the Marines, Marvin. After I devoted 13 years of my life being a proud Marine and serving my country with honor and dignity, when it came time for the Marines to show me their honor and dignify me with my promotion to First Sergeant, the Marines bent me over, took its finger, and promoted it straight up my ass 13 times.
They laugh.
Enough about my grievances. What I'm anxious to hear from you is if the rumors are true that you and Susan are finally married and y'all are expecting kid number 4.
Cringing, Marvin drops his head.
Whoa. It appears fate had its purpose of bringing us together tonight. Marcus, 6 beers. If you got troubles, Marvin, I ain't got nothing important to do right now. I got so many creepy, unrighteous acts tormenting my life, Sylvestus. I don't even know where to start.
The bartender sets beers on the bar.
Thanks, Marcus. My ears are wide open.
I lost my job 2 months ago. Our water and our gas is off. We're losing our home.
Taking a big swallow of beer, Marvin struggles to release.
I freaked out. I hit Susan. Traumatized my children, and now they're gone.
You hit Susan.
Marvin wipes his eyes and bows his head. In their moment of silence, Sylvestus drinks a big gulp of beer. Raising up his head, Marvin is defiant.
But this battle ain't over. I have 4 days to produce $2,640 to keep our home. Then I'm begging my family to forgive me and come back home.
I'm feeling your stress, Marvin.
Another silent moment and more drinking. Sylvestus speaks.
It's been 14 years since we last saw each other. I don't know how prudent it is for me to expose my personal affairs, but I can't bear to see you suffering like this. So, honoring our teenage buddy-buddy days, I had your back then. I got it covered now.
What?
From the inside pocket of his coat, Sylvestus pulls out a thick folded wad of $100 bills and places the money on the bar near Marvin's hand. Marvin's eyes are transfixed on the money. Sylvestus, sipping his beer, is cunning.
I'm a businessman now, Marvin. Besides me being the proprietor of this happening club, I have more lucrative but challenging investments, if you're game for a challenge.
Sylvestus holds Marvin by the wrist and slaps the wad of money into his hand.
I'm game to advancing you in this 5 Gs to clean yourself up, save your home, and repair your relationship with your family.
Uncomfortably chuckling, Marvin is suspicious. He lays the money on the bar.
Is your challenge legal, Sylvestus?
Your life is not the only life that's been derailed behind unrighteous shit, Marvin. Bellstoner and our whole fucked planet is constipated with people whose lives have been flipped upside down by somebody's devious undertakings. So?
Sylvestus signals the bodyguards. One of the men lifts a briefcase off the floor and approaches. He gives Sylvestus the briefcase and walks back to his stool. Marvin is uncomfortable with the interaction between Sylvestus and the man. Sylvestus puts the case on the bar.
I challenge you to help me heal your wounds, and the wounds of all the other wretched souls that have been betrayed and victimized by God and our cutthroat society.
The case is stuffed with packets of powder and vials of crystals. Marvin is troubled. He sighs deeply.
I appreciate your gestures, Sylvestus, but as bad as I need money, my conscience won't allow me to fuck up other people's lives, especially more of us.
Marvin points at his face to draw attention to the color of his skin. With a cringed face and an irritated chuckle, Sylvestus is insulted.
Many of us, Sylvestus, are being drugged out, humanized,
Sylvestus closes the case and takes a hard, prolonged drink.
and dumped like unwanted trash into jails and prisons.
Sylvestus slams the empty bottle onto the bar. Marvin flinches.
You need to slow your roll, Brother Marvin Taylor. Your sermon sounds to me like you got me confused as being your enemy, and that I'm sitting here conspiring to corrupt you.
The bartender glares at Marvin. The bodyguards hop up from their stools. Sylvestus calms his demeanor and signals for the men to stand down. He puts the money back inside his coat pocket.
I'm not your adversary, Marvin. Your adversary is that same deceitful spirit again bullying you to find your manhood and fight for the loved ones you're responsible for. Since you're preaching again, why don't you testify to me how the current edition of the story of your life is going down this time?
He puts his hands on Marvin's shoulders.
Is it going down with you standing on your feet and doing whatever it takes to be savior and hero to your wife and children?
With clenched jaws and breathing furiously, Marvin glares at Sylvestus. Sylvestus removes his hands from Marvin's shoulders and lifts the briefcase back on the bar. Taking out the wad of money, Sylvestus puts the money on top of the case.
Or is your life story again concluding with you bitterly tormented by cowardly failure after cowardly failure?
Marvin drops his head, rolls his bottle between his hands.
I've been involving myself in a lot of craziness that goes against who I am, Sylvestus. I ended up destroying my home. And 30 minutes ago, somebody was ready to shoot me in the face.